I must say, I don't think we've ever had a gathering at such an ungodly hour. Our dear consul must have something important to discuss.
Then we simply cannot miss such an important gathering. After all, we are the true and rightful descendants of the Vanilla Kingdom.
Hear, hear! Our glorious republic was born on the day we arrived here on that airship, fleeing from the Dark Flower War. Those who haven't been through that horrendous war cannot grasp the terror, the suffering we've experienced, what we went through just to survive. It's only fair that we attend this council.
Without a doubt, our advanced technology would drastically increase the chances of winning this war. A perfect opportunity for our republic to prove its supremacy.
There is a reason these so-called ancient heroes are referred to as ancient. They are old, stale in their ways. Can we make them listen to us? Is it even possible to convince them?
You need not worry. I believe Consul Clotted Cream Cookie, schooled by the very House Custard, can be quite persuasive. After all, it was he who unified the two factions that divided our great society and brought the long-awaited peace to the Republic. Besides, we, the Elders, have chosen him. I trust in the Consul's decisions.
We simply cannot allow another war to come to our peaceful lands and bring suffering to our children. Yes, I would rest easy knowing that the Crème Republic is on the forefront of this whole war effort. Clotted Cream Cookie, I trust that you'll take care of this.
You are overreacting. The Crème Republic's power surpasses that of any kingdom in history. Our economy, military forces, culture, and technology put others to shame.
It's true. Look at what we have achieved. Our beautiful piazza, grand buildings adorned with seashells, music and art that touch the very cookies' hearts, airships soaring in the sky.
It is imperative that we attend that council and make sure to steer its course in the direction that profits us the most. Let us discuss the exact implications after Clotted Cream Cookie has succeeded. But right now, we're wasting time. Clotted Cream Cookie, you must depart at once.
As you wish.
Ah, a moment, if you may. I cannot help but be concerned as you will be dealing with the heroes, ancient legends in the dough. And isn't this your first time traveling abroad? May the warm light of the Republic protect you and serve as your beacon in the foreign land. Financier Cookie will accompany you on your journey. She holds the brightest light among the graduates of the Paladin Academy.
Say, how you suppose you'll get to the, Vanilla Kingdom, I can prepare a ship if you'd like.
Unnecessary. I shall arrange an airship. It will be fast enough to deliver you to the council on time. Clotted Cream Cookie, as our representative, we trust that you do everything in your power for the betterment of our great nation. This meeting is adjourned.
Entertaining new guests, are we, Archbishop? The sanctum seems more lively than usual.
Elder Mille-feuille Cookie, I did not see you there.
I came to pray for those less fortunate, the cookies who are suffering in pain and sadness. Your journey here must have been exhausting. I thank the divines that you have made it safely. Oh, just look at you, crumbs on your face.
Thank you for your concern, Elder Mille-feuille Cookie.
Who's this?
I present to you Elder Mille-feuille Cookie, one of the 9 members of the Convocation of Elders.
A pleasure to meet you. You have played a crucial role in these trying times, as our lands are on the brink of war. I heard that you have achieved great success in the summit with the ancient heroes at the Vanilla Kingdom.
The ancient heroes willingly giving their soul jam, and you bringing them here safely too. Well done. As it is natural that we preserve our traditions as the rightful descendants of the Vanilla Kingdom, it is just as natural we have a say in the ancient heroes' usage of soul jam. Madeline Cookie and Espresso Cookie, your efforts in investigating the whereabouts of soul jam are to be commended. Let us proceed with special commendations tomorrow at the Divine Sanctum.
I beg your pardon, but my research must take precedence. Receiving a commendation also means I must partake in a frivolous ceremony.
Ahem! Have you truly the audacity to reject such an offer? They are only bestowed upon the greatest of the Crème Republic, a magnificent gift from the divines themselves.
We're honored to receive the commendation. We are both very honored.
I still cannot believe it. Soul Jam of Legend, here in our republic. Is that why I felt an overwhelming presence of vigor and power? Or perhaps my senses are more attuned to perceive such things.
It sounds like our scientists will have their hands quite full.
Consul, how are you going to proceed?
Ho ho ho! It sounds like a good way to thwart some more pirates, too.
It may be possible to use a portion of the Soul Jam's power to heal the sick and tend to the wounded.
Regardless of the outcome, my heart yearns to see a world where no cookies will face the pain and grief of war.
A job well done, Clotted Cream Cookie. Convincing the ancient heroes is quite the achievement. Elder Custard Cookie, you must be extremely proud of Clotted Cream Cookie's success.
Quite so. But it is times like these when one must remain humble.
To clarify, the ancient heroes have not entirely relinquished their soul jam, correct? If successful, this research will remain in history for all time. Our Convocation's legacy and the name of the Crème Republic will be remembered by all future generations. It is not an exaggeration to say that the future of the world rests in the hands of our fair city.
The divines! Do my eyes deceive me? Oh, Madeline Cookie, the star paladin of our academy has returned!
Greetings, Elder Vanilla Sugar Cookie.
Welcome home, Financier Cookie. Your mission abroad was no small feat. The divines have graced you. Their celestial light has surely aided your endeavors. Join me in prayer. Let us thank the divines for their blessings.
May all who devote this prayer to the divine light remain crispy and fresh.
May all who devote this prayer to the divine light remain crispy and fresh.
To share this prayer with the two of you, it brings a tear to my eyes. This prayer holds a great role in history. The founding of the Republic was a time of confusion, of hunger. But the divines blessed us with sunlight and jellies, helping us build what we see today. And you, as warriors who adhere to the light's commands, must continue to act with pride and purpose. And not to forget, your role in helping the research on Soul Jam must also be completed.
According to Espresso Cookie, the analysis and research are well underway.
Elder Vanilla Sugar Cookie, we approach with the utmost respect and caution, but there is something you must know. The Soul Jam has been targeted by a group of unknown cookies. They have already attempted to steal it and nearly succeeded.
What? How? How could such accursed actions be committed?
We are seeking your guidance, Elder. Your knowledge and wisdom may aid us in identifying these cookies.
Alas, child, I cannot provide wisdom on matters I have no knowledge of. I've yet to hear such news or details on this. But why are you asking me, I wonder? Are you suspecting me of committing such a disgraceful act?
No, of course not. Elder Vanilla Sugar Cookie, you are the foremost expert on our city's history from beginning to present. We are simply asking for your insight.
Well, that could have turned out awkward indeed. But look around you. Our republic is perfect. Our cookies do not even litter. to engage in such heinous deeds and crimes. The divines will surely bring retribution upon them. The pursuit of them is not your business. Completing research on the soul jam must come first. Understand?
Phew. Well known as Elder Vanilla Sugar's temper. I'm glad we got out of there early.
Sire, a certain uninvited guest has arrived again. Shall I give the usual response of Sire's absence?
No, not this time. I will deal with this matter personally. Welcome, madam. It has been a long time, has it not?
Oh, I am surprised I actually managed to come on a day you were present.
As per usual, I am heavily preoccupied with matters of state. It would be wise to, perhaps, send word of your visit in advance.
Oh, I was just, strolling past your manor. By coincidence, of course. And I thought to myself, it may be an opportune moment to visit. My apologies if I am intruding at a delicate time.
It is quite all right, madam. May I inquire as to the nature of your abrupt visit?
I am... well, how is he? I heard... I recently learned that he has returned from a faraway voyage.
It was of extreme importance and resulted in great success. Only a sharp mind for politics and diplomacy could have brought such an outcome. The coins invested in his education and training were not spent in vain. Were he to have remained in House Scone in its current state, his potential may have wasted away to crumbs. It is fortunate that House Custard was there for him.
Oh, I am pleased to hear so. To hear of his feats throughout the entire Republic warms my heart. There is something that I must ask of you. I would like to meet him. To see him after so long would...
As I have stated, he is engaged in matters far too important at the moment. The very fate of the Crème Republic rests upon his shoulders, and distractions may hinder his efforts. He must focus on preparing for the imminent war with Dark Enchantress Cookie. It is time for rational logic, not wavering emotions. You are a mother of immense love and wisdom. Can you not see what is needed most in this moment?
Oh, but Yes, perhaps you are right.
If you are truly concerned for his well-being and future, then pray for him with all of your heart. Such impromptu visits will only cloud his judgment. He is in good hands. As patron of House Custard, I promise to stay by him at all times.
Well, thank you, Elder Custard.
Before I take my leave, may I advise you on this matter? You may visit on any occasion you wish. Though I recommend any future visit be regarding matters of greater import.
You are the delegates from the kingdoms overseas? Welcome. I am Sablé Cookie, Elder of the Arts. How do you like our fair city?
It's all right, I guess. Still don't know what to think, honestly.
Goodness, how so? We are the only nation on Earth bred for such a sophisticated, yet elegant and dignified culture to call home. The cookies of the Crème Republic spend their days with happiness and delight. Just look at the cookies in the piazza, enjoying life to its fullest.
Hello there. You seem to be in the greatest of moods, my friend.
Of course I am in a great mood. Life is great and sweet. Our republic is the greatest place on Earth, Bread.
And there you have it. Heartwarming, is it not? The city itself is a work of art. Below your feet are handcrafted tiles adorned with shells, coated with sugar to provide comfort with each step. And afar, the Lyceum, the seat of authority and power in the Republic, inspired by conch shells to express balance and symmetry. A prime example of avant-garde architecture and form.
Can any of you understand her? She's speaking Cookie, right?
Immerse yourselves in the city, and you will see more than just art. You will see true culture at its finest. Speaking of true culture, the Bear Jelly King is performing tonight. A masterpiece which I have directed. The stage and its props are breathtaking. The cast is simply marvelous. I shall extend a special invitation for you to tonight's showing.
Thank you, but we must decline as we are quite busy.
Busy? And what may you be busy with?
Some weird cookies in white masks attacked us to steal the Soul Jam. We're looking for them right now, and if there's anything you can tell us about them, that'd be great.
Oh, what an ungrateful and horrid affair! The Republic is not home to such nefarious cookies. But I've an idea where you might find answers.
Where is it?
Such a commotion could only be plotted by cookies of the lower city. The lower city lies just below the Republic, with dense barnacle shacks and too much silt and mud for its own good. Oh, not to mention the awful salty sea breeze. The cookies of the lower city do not appreciate fine culture and architecture. Rumor has it they are as rugged as the sea. I suggest looking into the lower city. Who knows what they are capable of?
The lower city? Okay, we'll take a look.
Oh, and if you can spare a moment, please do come by the performance. It is the epitome of Republic culture for those of refined taste.
Father, I have returned. How have you fared in my absence? I trust that all is well.
Welcome back. I received word of the ambush. An attempt to steal the Soul Jam, was it?
Yes.
Do not leave out a single detail.
Our party was ambushed by a group of unknown assailants in white masks while transporting the Soul Jam. We successfully retrieved the Soul Jam from said assailants, but we have yet to identify the culprits.
Did you not consider the possibility such an attempt could be made? You should have planned for every outcome with the utmost caution. Imagine the shame that would be elicited had you failed to safeguard something so important. Do you know how much dishonor would be brought upon our house had you lost the Soul Gem? All eyes of the city are on you. Many are already skeptical of your eligibility. Are you deliberately trying to bring disgrace upon me and House Custard? It seems the summit with the ancient heroes has made you sloppy and negligent. Tell me, what is your next move?
I was unaware of the existence of such a group within our Republic. To prevent such mishaps from occurring, I intend on taking extra precautions and fully investigating the matter, both internally and externally.
So your plan is a cover-up, born from words that sound plausible but carry no weight. Perhaps I was wrong. This negligence, this complacency is not from your travels. No. It is a flaw inherited from your parents. Your mother was always easily excited, even at the smallest of deeds. You fool! Think of what I've sacrificed to smother out such imperfections from your very dough! It seems your studies and training have grown lax of late. And the thieves, have you found out where they came from yet?
No. The investigation is ongoing. We are receiving eyewitness accounts from cookies who were at the sanctum and the piazza. Another effort is being made to identify cookies capable of breaching the reliquary.
Obey my words, boy. Protect that soul gem. Do not take your eyes off it for even a single moment. Do not forget. The future of House Custard and the Crème Republic rests on your shoulders. Live up to the expectations. Whatever happens, do not bring disgrace to this family. I saved you from ruination. I gave you power and strength. I've invested too much for you to tarnish the prominence of this family. This is all that's needed of you to repay your debt to House Custard. Understood?
Understood.
Ease up there, mates. These are visitors from abroad, and they got the air of, wanting to learn the ropes. Well, here I am. What do you want from this old sea dog? In fact, why don't you hop on deck?
The ship is adorned with various trophies and medals. Exactly what sort of cookie are we dealing with?
Have a seat, have a seat. How do you like my ship? Ain't she a beaut?
I think there's something wrong with the floor. It's like shaking back and forth like an earthquake.
You don't have any sea legs at all, do you, outsider? What sort of warrior be afraid of some wee little waves? Well, if you feel like your insides are turning and spinning like a maelstrom, take a sip of this, eh?
It's so salty.
Of course it is. It's juice made from the freshest seawater. It feels good to have salt flow through your dough, eh? So tell me, you lot are from the continent across the sea? Then you'd be aware of Dark Enchantress Cookie and the oncoming war then.
Yeah, Dark Enchantress Cookie is waiting for a chance to attack. She's already tried to spark war several times, but the next attack may be the big one.
Is that why the soul gem is needed? To defeat Dark Enchantress Cookie?
Exactly! Sharing the power of Soul Jam might give Cookies the chance to stand up against Dark Enchantress Cookie.
Aye, aye. But explain to me this. Do we really need the Soul Gem? Ain't it quicker to call up the fleet and go in with cannons blazing? I can wrap my head around it. Bring in some foreign artifacts for research. Bleh! Too slow a plan for me.
You genuinely seem to believe you can hold your own.
But of course, lad. You think these trophies and medals be nothing but paperweights? The blue seas surrounding our republic are peaceful thanks to me and my fleet's campaigns against the pirates. If it weren't for the fleet, why the city might end up as a lawless cove for a particular smelly turtle of a pirate and his lot.
Wow! You fought pirates? That is so cool, Captain Caviar Cookie.
Oh, you lot are as brave as I am. No doubt in my mind. We're all after the same thing, ain't we? And it doesn't matter whose dough is salty or sweet. Now raise your glasses. Let's have another round of juice.
Juice. How original.
This cookie's pretty cool. He's got a fiery enough spirit to melt ice and seems like a proud, strong warrior. Just like me. A warrior can recognize a fellow warrior. Believe me, the captain doesn't seem like a bad sort.
Clotted cream cookie. To what do I owe the pleasure?
Manor Oyster is as radiant as I remember. The glimmering of pearls throughout its halls is beautiful as always.
The affluence of House Oyster has consistently grown throughout the years, especially so due to Captain Caviar Cookie's assistance. But please sit. A cup of tea for the consul, please.
Right away, madam.
Apologies, but I'm afraid I do not have the leisure for tea. I must soon return to my duties.
Oh, and here I assumed you were visiting to speak of important matters in privacy, which is why I've asked my aide to remain outside during your visit. For you to send an envoy immediately after the assembly in the Lyceum, there is something on your mind, is there not?
Truly, nothing can get past your sharp eyes and wit, Madam Oyster Cookie. Your insight shines brighter than the most valuable of pearls. I am compelled to inform you of an incident that occurred while transporting the Soul Jam. Unknown assailants, concealing their faces in masks of white, ambushed us and stole the Soul Jam. Though we successfully recovered the Soul Jam, my mind continues to dwell on the ambush. They seemed to be moving according to an agreed plan.
Cookies in white masks? Oh, I'm unfamiliar with such a group. Do you have any suspicions as to who they may be?
I do not. However, no one outside the Convocation of Elders knew of our mission to retrieve the Soul Jam. In other words, an elder is directly involved in this incident.
I see. Are you certain you can voice these concerns to me, a member of the Convocation of Elders?
I am certain that you, Elder Oyster Cookie, are not responsible. What have you to gain from such subterfuge? House Oyster is the wealthiest and most influential house in the Crème Republic. Why engage from the shadows with a group of masked cookies?
You speak the truth, indeed. Those are not my methods. Though speaking in such a manner is somewhat poignant, I must be frank, Consul. Each member has their own set of motives and schemes in play. One cannot reach such positions of power and prominence without ambition. I am certain there is a member whose main interest lies in Soul Jam itself, rather than the imminent war with dark enchantress Cookie looming at our doorstep. It may not even be one member. It could be 2, 3, maybe more.
Hence the reason for the utmost caution, madam. I have asked the delegates from the kingdoms to assist in a discreet investigation.
You already have a plan in motion. I am impressed. It seems our young consul was truly a perfect fit for the job. But heed my advice. Do not be too trusting. I, myself included. As a cookie of the sea, and one who witnessed the founding of our republic, I have seen much change sweep across our nation throughout the years. I have amassed a great fortune of pearls and stand at the forefront of House Oyster. And yet, if given the opportunity to claim Soul Jam as my own for an eternity of wealth and power, I would not hesitate to seize that chance.
I understand.
Pardon the intrusion, madam. The consul's tea, brewed with fresh oyster shells over low heat.
Thank you. Clotted cream cookie. Let us enjoy our tea. Let us enjoy it as if we were merely enjoying another peaceful day.
Oh, wow! Jelly stew! My favorite! Please, 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 can I have some more? I want to eat so much today.
Oh, yes, dearest, of course. But remember to pray and give thanks to the light for the meal, okay, sweetie?
Oh, right. Thank you, Divine Light. I promise to be the nicest, bestest cookie ever.
Greetings, Elder Mille-feuille cookie.
Oh, hello, my friends. Such wonderful weather today, is it not?
I'm glad you're uninjured from yesterday's incident, Elder Mille-feuille cookie.
Yes, I merely fainted due to shock. I feel perfectly fine now. And these young ones' smiles and laughter give me strength. Now then, have you identified the cookies in the white masks yet? For something so evil to happen in our blessed sanctum. My very dough shivers at such a thought.
We have yet to uncover any significant details. Do you remember anything from that moment that may aid us?
Oh, I was much too flustered at the moment.
Then perhaps you have an idea or suspicion on who would want to steal the soul jam.
My first instinct is to suspect those who may benefit financially from such a crime. The ancient heroes' soul jam are, after all, great artifacts that may fetch a grand price. Perhaps the assailants were intending on selling the soul jam. Yes, you may find an answer in that direction. But what breaks my heart is that we, the Elders, were unable to protect you from this painful incident. On behalf of the entirety of the Convocation of Elders, please accept my apologies.
No apologies necessary, Elder Mille-feuille cookie. You are not the one at fault here.
If there is anything I can do to help, you may ask without hesitation. I shall do everything I can to aid you.
Thank you for the offer. We still have a long way to go in unraveling this mystery.
Have you business with me?
If time permits, we would like to ask you something. Have you heard anything regarding cookies in white masks?
White masks? White masks? What sort of white masks?
They are an organized group of vandals who attempted to steal the soul jam.
A suspicious and dangerous bunch. When did such a group form within our fine republic?
I don't know anything. I am the Elder of Finance. My day-to-day tasks on keeping tabs of imports and exports and checking the coffers keep me far too busy. Whose idea was it to give an Elder this much work? I've not even the time for tea, ever.
So, Elder Canelé Cookie, you truly have no idea about this incident?
Of course I don't know anything. But tell me, the soul gem. Did the soul gem really belong to the ancient heroes?
Yes, it is said to be their source of power.
A treasure of that sort could fetch a hefty price. I must say, I'm quite jealous of the ancient heroes. All cookies must respect their power, not covet it. That's all I will say about soul jam. Now, I must take my leave. I've much to do, much to do!
Our conversation with Elder Canelé Cookie has not revealed much either.
I have a hunch that the Elder wished to say more. But what could it have been?
Why, hello there, fellow scientists. How goes the research on the soul jam?
The Elder of Engineering Mulled Juice Cookie!
It is such an honor to meet you, Elder Mulled Juice Cookie. I became a scientist thanks to you. Your designs on toy planes served as the foundation for airship technology.
And you created the Ley Aqueducts. Thanks to your genius, the entire city is connected to the Mana Network.
Come now. My deeds do not deserve such praise. I see that Espresso Cookie is too concentrated on his work. It seems he hasn't heard a word we've said so far.
On the contrary, I am merely focusing on finishing a crucial step in this current experiment.
Oh? Hit a wall, have we?
I am searching for a viable container to hold the Soul Gem's energy. I've been experimenting with sugar for the most part, but each receptacle is much too weak to safely contain the energy.
Sugar, you say? A great choice. Apply enough pressure and compressed sugar can be some of the hardest material known to Cookie.
Compressed sugar. An exemplary idea! I shall try with compressed sugar immediately.
Glad to assist.
Honorable Elder Mulled Juice Cookie, I was wondering, your innovations have done so much to advance technology and improve life in the Republic. But why is it that you have decided not to lead the research on Soul Jam?
Huh, that's a good question. I guess I didn't feel like it. Sounds rather plain, doesn't it? Let me elaborate. Soul Jam is a power that already exists in this world, but my passion is to create something new, something from nothing. After all, analysis and experimentation are tedious work at my age. It's much more well-suited to those with drive and ambition, maybe even the ones who sacrifice some sleep as well.
But your insight may be of immense help.
I am rather preoccupied with my own little experiment. I'm in the process of creating a mechanical bird that spouts water automatically. You'll be the first to see my finished prototype.
I see. But indeed, your advice has proven extremely valuable.
Well then, I'm off. Good luck with your research. And don't forget to replenish your strength with jellies and lots of breaks.
Ah, the cookies from the Lyceum. How may I help you? Are you injured? I can treat your wounds if you wish.
We're okay. We just wanted to ask a question about cookies in white masks.
And who might they be?
Some cookies in white masks attacked us. They almost stole the Soul Jam too. And we were wondering if you knew anything about them.
Apologies, but I am afraid I cannot aid you. There are many more patients that need tending than usual.
Elder Baumkuchen Cookie? You're wearing a mask.
Ah, this. It was some time ago. A light fragment had caused some stir in our peaceful city. In retrospect, it was most likely a portion of Soul Jam, capable of destroying the entire city. I was injured during the chaos. As much as I tried to treat myself, the scars and long-term effects of that fateful day remain.
Oh no! That's horrible!
One side of me firmly believes that Soul Jam is dangerous. The other is somewhat jealous of the ancient heroes and their ability to wield such power. Legends say their dough remains fresh and crispy to this day, that they do not age or ever get soggy. And on the other hand, there's me, frail since a child, too soft for my own good. I've always coveted those with healthy and firm dough. This is why I vowed to become the greatest healer in history. I've invested much into treating all varieties of injuries. My theories and experiments have yielded great strides in medicinal techniques. But alas, we as cookies are inherently soft and frail beings. My treatments can only go so far. As for the soul jam, I am quite fascinated that it provides health and preserves youth. I will admit that it is quite remarkable. I wish for an opportunity to examine it myself, though I doubt that opportunity will ever come.
That one is suspicious.
I think so too. Andy was hiding behind a mask. I couldn't tell what he was thinking. And you know who else wore a mask? Those treacherous cookies in white masks! Coincidence? I don't think so!
We can't jump to conclusions just yet, but we definitely shouldn't let our guard down.
The legendary power of the ancient heroes is contained within that small and common piece of candy.
How is this possible?
Typical everyday candies were not able to serve as receptacles for such energy. They shattered immediately upon every attempt to transfer even a fraction of power. By using espresso as a stabilizing agent, the receptacle was able to safely harness the energy of Soul Jam.
I wish to witness this magic candy's power with my own eyes. Is it possible to see a demonstration?
Espresso cookie? A demonstration, if you please.
Such power. Marvelous. It's as if the entire Lyceum is emanating deep, rich coffee from its very core.
The frothy crema is dazzling, akin to a masterpiece of art.
The aroma of coffee lingers in the air, still strong and pervasive. I never knew magic could be cast with such properties.
Our primary goal was to share the power of Soul Jam with others in need. How fares your progress on that front?
Now that Espresso Cookie has discovered the recipe for magic candy, it will not be long before we can replicate the process and create more.
These so-called magic candies will become the Crème Republic's greatest asset. Our city will soon become the force that will decide the fate of all Earthbred.
Before we celebrate this newfound discovery, there is still one matter of concern to address. The ones who attempted to steal the Soul Jam, the cookies in white masks. Is it possible that these sinister figures have infiltrated our republic much deeper than we realize? Perhaps even receiving aid from our very convocation.
Why are you bringing this up at such an occasion?
Are you genuinely suspecting the Convocation of Elders of such a foul plot?
Ruling yourself out of such suspicion warrants suspicion itself. Huh. Are you not an elder of the Convocation as well?
Esteemed colleagues, my friends, such arguments are beneath ourselves in the Lyceum. The divine light shines down upon us as we speak.
Yes, your announcement at the Lyceum was quite extraordinary. To transfer the Soul Jam's energy into a cookie-made receptacle. I still cannot believe it. And to think, such a feat was completed while you, a member of House Custard, are serving as consul of the Crème Republic. Our family has deep roots, boy. Deep roots, dating back to the days of the Vanilla Kingdom itself. In fact, my brother once had the opportunity to serve as premier of the Vanilla Kingdom. Through political insight and prowess, I have risen up to the station of an elder. But my ambition strives to go beyond. Our family, House Custard, will one day rise up to be the greatest of all. Not the greatest of 9. But the sole seat of power. The day has come! Now is the opportunity, as we've amassed enough political clout. With a claim on the magic candy, our success is guaranteed. So, tell me, what are your plans for these magic candies?
I have no doubt in my mind that Dark Enchantress Cookie is poised to strike at a moment's notice. Though many cookies stand against her, our odds are still dismal. Our republic must be prepared to take a stand against the enemy. Though we have a contingent of paladins, we may need to increase our forces with a new and more formidable army.
A bold idea. Proceed with haste. And do not worry yourself with financial concerns. all the coins of House Custard will be at your disposal. As for numbers, volunteers from House Custard will be ready and waiting. And mind you, there is no path to success without sacrifice. Our family will stand behind you with every step. Stay focused and bring forth the best possible results for our house.
Light of the Divines, give me guidance. Your humble servant, Canelé Cookie, prays before you. Guide us, our House Canelé, down a path of sweets and fortune, particularly coins, that is. Aid us, our House Canelé, and I shall endure any trials and tribulations laid before me. My stomach was churning, my mind was in dismay, but prayer seems to have helped calm my nerves. Soul Gem? Magic candy? All that nonsense has only benefited House Custard. Just thinking about Custard Cookie and that conniving clotted cream cookie makes me retch. And that nosy, no-good Oyster Cookie, poking around and asking too many questions. All this stress is making my dough brittle. Someone else is here in the Divine Sanctum? At this hour?
You! Found you!
You? White Mask? I heard you were captured by the city guard. How did you get here?
Providence always shows a way. We are blessed, protected, and guided in all moments.
You don't belong here. This is the Divine Sanctum. The light of the Divines watches over me.
We have news. A certain cookie has learned of your ties with us. If our deal is exposed, your house is finished. You have been warned.
What? How? Tell me, be more specific. How much does this cookie know? Stop! I demand you to stop and tell me! No, no, no! This is bad. Oh, this is bad. If word gets out, no! My family will be done for.
To what do I owe the pleasure? Matters of state must be keeping you quite occupied, and yet you have requested an audience. Or perhaps you wished for another cup of tea?
Indeed. I very much enjoyed the tea served during my last visit. I was wondering if I could ask for another.
Of course, young consul. I shall have a cup of tea as well.
Yes, madam.
Now then, what really brought you here today? What is it you wish to discuss?
To be frank, it is about magic candy. Espresso Cookie has succeeded in its creation, but it can only be safely wielded by him alone. The ingredients used in this receptacle must resonate with the user's soul itself. To create exponentially more, we need a simpler solution. Magic candies made of pearls. The pearls of House Oyster are of the finest quality, iridescent and perfect, are they not? What's more, pearls are resilient. They would be able to harness the energy of Soul Jam safely. I propose we use pearls as receptacles to house a portion of Soul Jam's power. Pearl candies, so to speak.
Pearls and candy, you say? It sounds breathtaking already.
Which is why I ask for your aid, Elder Oyster Cookie. The reason for my visit is to request access and usage of your house's significant supply of pearls.
Pearls are indeed magnificent things of beauty, aren't they? And House Oyster's pearls are from the clearest and deepest of waters unearthbred. You stand to gain much if you succeed in making these so-called pearl candies. But what have I to gain? Do not take this the wrong way, but I am from a house of merchants and traders. One must make ends meet somehow.
If we succeed in creating pearl candies, then the guards of House Oyster will be the very first to receive them. A Pearl Legion, a force that matches the strength of the ancient heroes themselves. Your house will gain much power, especially over the other 8 houses of the Crème Republic.
To hear such a proposal from one of House Custard, I never thought I'd see the day. You always did have a plan in mind, didn't you, young consul? Though I suspect you always had your reasons.
I merely wish to bring our world into a new era. A strong, free republic. One that can withstand the tests of time, greater than the kingdoms of old.
We of the sea have lived in these lands for generations, but those of butter and sugar showed up and began sauntering about as if they owned these lands. With pearl candies, that balance of power may shift significantly. I simply cannot wait to see those silky buttered faces turn sour. What a sight it will be! Oh, even just a mere glimpse of such a scene fills me with anticipation. Very well. I accept your proposal. The pearls and guards of House Oyster are available for your plans.
Thank you, Elder Oyster Cookie. You will not be disappointed.
Report! How is the research progressing?
We've received reports that the Institute of Thaumaturgy is proceeding to create pearl candies. The pearls needed for this endeavor have been provided by Elder Oyster Cookie.
Using something as expensive as pearls? Ha! Clotted cream cookie! Boldness bordering on audacity. First magic candies, and now pearl candies. What else can be created by harnessing the power of Soul Jam? And the Soul Jam is being guarded at the Institute of Thaumaturgy?
Yes, Elder Custard Cookie.
The unlimited power and possibilities of Soul Jam. As long as we have access, we must seize every opportunity presented to us. Every moment counts, before these assailants in white masks attempt another heist. The Soul Jam must remain secure. Guards! Place the Institute of Thaumaturgy under lockdown. No one gets in or out unless screened and authorized. Surround the Institute and keep it under armed guard at all times. Starting today, House Custard itself will safeguard the Soul Jam.
Sir Financier, Cookie? Oh, many pardons. I did not wish to interrupt your prayer.
Not at all, Elder Mille-feuille Cookie.
If I may ask, what is it you prayed for just now?
for the wisdom and strength to protect our home.
Oh, Sir Financier Cookie, you are such a diligent child and follower of the light. Whenever I lay my eyes upon you, my heart grieves ever so slightly. As a young cookie, you were always here praying alone. And whenever you prayed to the divines, there was a tinge of sadness upon your face. You were such a small child, so frail and lonesome. I always hoped that I could provide you with some form of comfort.
Elder Mille-feuille Cookie.
Ah, the road to the future is not an easy path. As cookies, we are always toiling, troubled, deep in thought. And as a paladin of the light and the bodyguard of the consul himself, I see that your future weighs heavily upon you. Whenever you need an ear, I shall be here for you. I hope you can think of me as family. Do not hesitate, dearest.
Thank you, Elder Mille-feuille Cookie.
Ah, young consul, there you are. You're a tough cookie to meet, ever since your work with the Soul Gem has skyrocketed your career.
Greetings, Elder.
No need to keep your guard up. Now, what could an unarmed and frail elder like me do to you? Anyway, you've been quite preoccupied with matters of state ever since your return, no? What's more, there are 9 elders on the Convocation, and we've all asked about the Soul Gem. Not a single one of us has asked about you and your well-being. The entire weight of the Republic shouldn't be carried by you alone.
I am merely fulfilling my duties as consul.
Of course. We each have our roles. You are tending to matters of state, and I am managing matters of our state's finance. But as one of the elders, I do sincerely wish to assist you, our consul, in any way possible. Such as aiding in your efforts to identify the cookies in white masks.
Do you know who they really are?
They're miscreants, absolute degenerates and charlatans. I've had a few run-ins with them. They attempted to steal from the Republic's vault.
Impossible. How could they?
They're wily and swift, appearing here, there, everywhere within a blink of an eye. My own house Canelé might fall victim to their nasty heists. Hence the reason for me reaching out. We've both been plagued by their sinister plot. We have something in common. I will give you all the information you need. In exchange, I propose a partnership.
Apologies, kind elder, but I must refuse your proposal.
What? Why?
My duties as consul call for swift decisions at the most impromptu of times. Such split-second judgments can only be efficiently carried out unilaterally. Shall we conclude our discussion here? Good. I take my leave. I've much paperwork remaining.
That slimy, impudent brat! You'll regret this, clotted cream cookie!
Yet another summons in such a short span of time.
You can say that again. The Lyceum is feeling more familiar than home at this point.
Consul! Did you unilaterally make the decision to return the Soul Gem? How could you make such a rash decision? The Republic can enter a new golden age with the Soul Gem in our possession.
I have merely returned the Soul Gem to its proper owners.
Have you no idea what sort of political blunder you've made? There is no room for such naivete in the world of politics. You have blown the single greatest opportunity to ever grace our Republic. pitiful, dim-witted fool!
I have received reports that you sent troops to secure the Soul Gem by force. Had you proceeded any further, your hot-headed actions may have resulted in a diplomatic clash of immense proportions.
Those senile heroes cannot be reasoned with. Besides, we hold the Soul Gem. We have the magic candies. We are armed with the pearl candies. What have we to fear?
We've replicated and modified the process to mass-produce pearl candies. It is with great honor that I introduce to you the newest army of the Crème Republic.
Did I hear that right? An army?
Come forth, Pearl Legion. Venerable Elders of the Convocation, may I introduce to you the Pearl Legion, an army that wields the power of Soul Gem.
Did he say pearl? Wait, then this army was created with the help of House Oyster.
Everyone here knows that the pearls harvested by House Oyster are of the finest quality, hardy and durable, with the greatest iridescence. As the young consul pointed out, pearls are already perfect spheres. They were the most suitable receptacle to harness Soul Jam's energy. After all, the consul's duty is to protect the Republic, and he required an army to do so. And I decided to support his efforts.
Shadow take us all! What of the Paladin Order? They are the defenders of our city, guided by the celestial light itself! The Paladins are already fulfilling their oaths and duties! What need do we have for such an army?
It is true that the Paladins fulfill their duties to the Republic, but they are a symbol of our city, not its frontline warriors. What duties have the Paladins been assigned? War? Relief efforts? No. They were gallivanted as the face of the Crème Republic, props for parades and mascots employed for the Elders' whims. The Paladins of the Crème Republic are not prepared for a war against Dark Enchantress Cookie.
Blasphemy! I need to sit down. My vanilla pressure is rising!
This was your plan all along, wasn't it? The two schemed this from the very start. Oyster Cookie and Clotted Cream Cookie! You dare to bring disgrace to this Lyceum? To the entire Convocation?
An army? There is no longer a balance of power. Politically speaking, this only benefits houses Oyster and Custard.
Hear, hear! This is a deliberate grab for power. A move to push us out. That's why this army was created, wasn't it? Well, answer us!
Elder Canelé Cookie, please maintain a modicum of dignity, would you? This new army was created to defend our home, our cookies.
Peace was only possible because of a balance of power, shared equally between all 9 houses. With that army of yours, that agreement is nothing but a moot point now. You have broken the long-lasting peace that has held our Republic together.
Tut-tut, my friend. Do you wish to test the formidability of the Pearl Legion here and now?
Clotted Cream Cookie, I'll get you for this. You should have taken my proposal.
I apologize for causing such a heated debate and commotion within the Lyceum. But, wise elders, I ask that you welcome the Pearl Legion with open arms. They will defend the Crème Republic. They will open a new era for our great city.
No! This is all just a big misunderstanding.
A misunderstanding? Then explain why you are here, mingling with the white masks.
Now I know what this looks like, but there's a perfectly reasonable explanation. Just let me explain.
You may explain at the Lyceum. Get up and start walking.
Elder of Finance, Canelé Cookie. You were apprehended at the harbor for conspiring with the cookies in white masks. Are these the facts?
Yes.
Oh, impossible! How preposterous!
So, it was all true then. A member of the Elders was really conspiring with those fiends?
This cannot be! But you have to believe me on this. Yes, I did meet them on multiple occasions, but it didn't always have to do with stealing the soul jam. I'm a victim. I'm the victim here.
Canelé Cookie, please explain yourself to the convocation. And may I remind you, your testimony will decide your fate. If deemed inadequate, you may end up being charged with conspiracy to steal the soul jam.
What? No. The truth is, I was selling juice made of mud to the cookies of Choco Mud Town.
Mud shakes? My sailors enjoy having a drink of mud shakes from time to time. Oh, they say it's not as tasty as seawater juice.
I have heard of these so-called mud shakes. Many have fallen ill after consuming these concoctions.
The Convocation of Elders' financial expenditures are to be entered into the books. I've never seen an entry for these mud shakes. Where are the profits? What have you done with the coins made from selling these mud shakes?
I swear, I started selling them just to make a few coins on the side. Then things started to get out of hand, but I couldn't stop myself. Then the white masks found out. They blackmailed me, exploited me. They promised to keep quiet for a cut.
Goodness! Such a horrendous scheme brewing right here in our midst!
I know my deeds with the mud shakes are less than noble, but I never wanted to steal the soul jam. I'm a victim of exploitation, I tell you.
The Pearl Legion has conducted a thorough search of House Canelé. There are no signs that Canelé Cookie or any member of the family conspired to steal the soul jam. However, they have found a hidden safe with heaps of illicitly made coins and crystals. Canelé Cookie, you are hereby suspended from the convocation. However, you are still required to participate in the investigation into your less than noble deeds.
Such calamity! Such shame! My dough is overcooking on its own from this embarrassing and humiliating news!
Never thought I'd see a maelstrom of this scale hit the Convocation of Elders.
A job well done, young ones. Are you ready for today's special lesson? Shall we go together?
Yes! Let's go! Oh, I can't wait! It's gonna be so much fun today!
Today, we will be learning of cookies and providence. A long time ago, in a land seldom traveled, stood the first oven. It was through the providence of the godly creators that we cookies were baked in this very oven. They mixed the dough, they colored the frosting, they decorated with chocolate and sprinkles, and they created each and every one of us, even you, my dears.
Wow! So cool!
Whoa! But the first cookies rebelled against the godly creators. They were not thankful for the breath of life bestowed upon them. And they decided to commit the ultimate sin, escaping from the plate of the gods.
What sort of story is this?
How do you think our creators felt when they saw their cookies run away?
They must have been sad. Or maybe a bit angry.
Both are correct answers. Our creators felt many things, both sadness and anger. And this broke their hearts. We betrayed the ones who gave us life. We ran away from their providence. There are many cookies in the world who have forgotten them, who have lost their purpose in life. But our creators are forgiving, for they are benevolent and patient. They wait for our return, ready to accept us once more. And when they call for us to come home, what will you say to them, children? Will you return to the fold?
Yes, I promise!
Very good. Now then, let's learn about how we can return to their embrace. Will you proceed with this lesson, please? Oh, with the pictures, of course. They simply adore the pictures.
Yes, understood. Now look here, children. Vanilla, dark cacao, berries, cheese, and lilies. Do you see these 5 shiny treasures with these ingredients? Wow, so pretty! When these 5 treasures are gathered together in one place, they can help us reunite with the creators. I'm gonna go find them one day. All of them.
If you find any of them, don't forget to tell your teachers. That is how we'll earn favor with the gods themselves.
It's you. Elder Mille-feuille Cookie. The celestial light of the Republic has never decreed for cookies to seek such treasure. I get the feeling that these gods you speak of are not found in the same books we read.
Financier Cookie.
Quick, flee! We will cover your escape.
The light shall not forgive your transgressions!
Elder Mille-feuille Cookie. You were the one pulling the strings. You were the one who ordered the White Mask to steal the Soul Gem. Who are you really? What is your purpose? How long have you been planning this crime? Who are these gods that you speak of? Who do you and the White Mask serve? To whom are you devoting your faith? The celestial light of the Crème Republic does not speak of such foul gods. Speak!
As a cookie of the Crème Republic, I reserve the right to not answer your questions and remain in silence.
Are you not the one who carries the mantle of the Elder of Compassion? Helping orphans in need, providing them with meals and warm beds. Are you not their caretaker, acting in benevolence? How could you resort to such violent and abhorrent deeds? How could you bring such turmoil upon our city?
Oh, clotted cream cookie, the young consul of the Crème Republic. You march ever forward, fueled by youth and ambition. But we do not. We look beyond the world itself. We see the past, and we see its future. Remaining ignorant to the teachings of the gods is to walk this world blind and without purpose. The first oven will open, and all dough will become one. This is all I have to say.
I see that you will not speak the truth. You will be detained here for now, In this light cage of the coldest justice.
This cannot be. Elder Mille-feuille Cookie? Arrested?
So she is the one who is responsible for attempting to steal the soul gem.
What of Canelé Cookie? Is there a connection between the two?
The charges faced by Canelé Cookie are of a separate matter. Though the investigation will result in a lighter sentence than Mille-feuille Cookie, the charges are related to embezzlement and the illegal sale of unsanctioned goods.
2 elders of our convocation are arrested for such atrocious crimes! I feel as if the very foundations of the Lyceum are shaking! These recent events must not reach the ears of the masses. It would devastate the standing of our convocation and bring further unrest to our city.
I concur. All elders were held in high esteem, respected by all. If word of this gets out, nothing good will come of it. We must reach a consensus. What say you, fellow elders? In the least, we must reach a majority vote.
Objection!
Pardon?
I object. This convocation has made irredeemable mistakes, and its members were involved in crimes that can't be dumped into the sea in the dead of night. This convocation is a body of hypocrisy and deceit. Y'all are no different than a ragtag band of pirates.
Captain Caviar Cookie, this Lyceum will not tolerate your foul accusations, and do not forget, you too are a member of our convocation!
We've never dealt with issues, ever! It was always a cover-up, or just wishing it'd go away. Far too often have I heard you lot talking about how this city will be different than the Vanilla Kingdom. But when things get out of hand, your actions only lead us to the same bitter end. We, my friends, live by different rules. We cookies of the sea have been living here, surviving here long before you showed up. And we face our problems head on.
Oh, are you deliberately sowing unrest in this Lyceum? You are out of line.
Unrest, you say? Open your eyes. Unrest between cookies of sweet and salty dough have been brewing for years. How long has it been since any of you have laid eyes on the lower city, huh? While you're getting fat on desserts of butter and sugar, the cookies in the lower city be trying to stomach nasty glasses of mud shakes filled with sand and gravel.
See here, there is no need to make this personal.
This is no place for such anger.
May I interject? I see no falsities or baseless accusations being made by Captain Caviar Cookie. If such a scheme was plotted by Cookies of the Sea, would this convocation have taken the quiet route? I believe not. As per usual, the convocation would have attempted to bury the lower city deeper into the mud with no remorse.
Hold your tongue! How dare you!
Continue to make such provocations, and the paladins will be ordered to force a compromise in these chambers.
Then it's only fair I rally our navy.
You're outnumbered, Sea Dog, and you know it. Make one false move, and I will call for the Pearl Legion. The Pearl Legion listens to clotted cream cookie alone.
I beg your pardon. The Pearl Legion consists of guards from House Oyster. Whose commands will they heed, yours or mine? Shall we test your theory?
Salty and coarse to the very core!
Say that to my face, you starchy-jawed seagull!
Order! Order! Enough of this!
convocation chamber ceiling is collapsing! This way, everyone! Run!
Help me push Elder Baumkuchen's wheelchair!
Thank you.
My leg!
Grab onto my shoulder. Ain't no time to waste, Elder Vanilla Sugar Cookie. The building's collapsing faster than a tsunami can hit land.
Curse my old dough! I feel like I'm crumbling with each passing moment. Thank you, Captain Caviar Cookie. I apologize for insulting you in your opinion.
What are you talking about? This isn't the time or place. We're in a war right now. Quickly, let's get to safety.